Hello everybody, so today I have got my ring light, studio light, whatever you want to call it, and I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be filming my first proper sit down makeup video. So I'm probably just going to do like an everyday basic makeup look because it's like 8:15 at night and I'm not going to do anything or go anywhere, so I'm just going to do a pretty basic one just to test out my lighting, see if it's any good, see what I have to work on. I'm still going to upload the video even if it's not the best, but I just want to play around with my ring light and see how we go. So let's just jump straight into it. I'm putting my hair back with this random Mickey Mouse bow, so don't mind that, but I don't have any headbands or anything else to put my hair back, so I'm going to zoom you guys in a bit closer and we're just going to get started. Just taking my Naked Skin by Urban Decay Concealer, just popping that all over my lids just as the base so I can blend out my shadows on top of that. Just blending it all together with a Morphe concealer brush. Jumping straight into my Sigma palette, just taking the white shade just to pack all over the concealer as a base for all of my shades to blend into. Just taking this orange shade from the Sigma palette and putting that into my crease and almost all the way up to my eyebrow, but not quite. And then just keep packing on that colour. I think I've gone in twice and just keep building up until you're happy with the pigment of it. And taking this shade from Inglot out of my Z palette and just popping that on the outer 2/3 of my lid just to deepen up the crease and the outer corner of my eye, just add a bit more dimension into the eye look. So as I said before, it's just all about blending. Just keep packing on the colour until you're happy with the way that it looks. I went in twice with that brown shade from Inglot just till I was happy with the colour and there was no harsh lines anywhere. Just keep blending until you're happy. And so this is what it looks like on both lids with it all blended out all together. In with this purpley plum sort of shade from Makeup Geek in my Z palette and just popping that on the last third / out of corner type area of my lid just so I can add a little bit more color, and I really like this shade. I feel like it adds a lot to the look. Again, same as usual, just keep picking up some more color, blending it out till you're happy with the way that it looks. Yeah, I think this color adds a lot to the look. Back in with that orange shade that we first used just to break up the harsh lines at the top of the lid, just to blend it all out. So you just want to go in with that one again, taking a Makeup Geek blending brush with no product onto it, just using that to blend out all the edges and soften up the look so that there's no harsh lines. Next I'm using my Urban Decay setting spray on a Zoeva flat shader brush just to pick up my Cocoa Blend Palette by Zoeva, taking this gold shimmery shade and putting that all over my lid as my lid colour. Then taking that same Makeup Geek eyeshadow brush with nothing on it and just trying to blend the shimmer into the matte colours just so that it's not all just like blocked colour, just blending that all out until I'm happy with the way that it looks. Then going in with the white shade again from the Sigma palette, just popping that underneath my brow bone just to break up where I've gone a little bit too high with the red and orange shades, just so that it's not too close to my brow, and then we'll put a brow bone highlighter in there later. Next, just jumping straight into brows, I'm just brushing through with a MAC brush, I think just any brush will do. Then using my Anastasia Brow Powder Duo just to go through my eyebrows. Sorry they're a little bit out of control and bushy at the moment, but we'll just move on with that. For my face, I'm just priming with the Urban Decay B6 spray and the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And I'm also using a tiny bit of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector just all over, trying to put it on the high points of my face just so that I have a little bit of sheen to it and it's not just such a matte lockdown foundation. So just working that in with my fingers, just blending that all the way through until I'm happy with the way that it's worked in. And then I'll be using my Real Techniques blending sponge today with my foundation. I will be using the Esteè Lauder Double Wear foundation, just a nice really full coverage foundation with a really nice, I would say matte finish, but yeah, very full coverage. So I'm just popping that all over my face, just using my Real Techniques sponge to blend that out until I'm happy with the way that it looks. And then for concealer underneath my eyes, I'm just going to be using the L.A Girl Pro Concealer, which is a really nice brightening concealer, super affordable. So I really like using this one. I just think it doesn't leave any creases on me and it just looks really nice underneath the eyes. So I'm just popping that underneath there. So just using that same sponge to blend out the concealer. It's just really easy to get underneath the eye just because of the way that it's shaped. And I also like to cut around the eyeshadow where I've gone a little bit crazy on the edges, which is really nice to sharpen up that line. And taking the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder underneath the eyes to bake. We're just popping that underneath there with the same sponge as before. Really multi-purpose sponge, getting a lot of use out of this one, so I'm very happy about that. So just popping that underneath there, and I'll probably leave that for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes as I move on to the other parts of my face. So moving on to bronzer next, I'm taking this Morphe brush, just a nice angled brush, and my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, I'm pretty sure is in the shade medium. I'll leave all the links and the shade names of every product down below so that you guys can follow along, or if you're interested in picking up the products. So just popping that around the outside perimeters of my face, and then just wiping away that bake with a fluffy brush from Morphe. Just dusting all that bake away. Next I'll be taking a Zoeva brush to contour using the Nars Laguna bronzer. I know it's supposed to be a bronzer, but on me, being very fair, I can use it sort of as a contour shade, but as you'll see here, it comes out a little bit orange, but once you go in with bronzer and I carve out the contour at the end with that powder, it all comes together and it looks fine in the end. So just contouring the cheeks, just defining them till I'm happy with the way that they look. Taking a little bit underneath the chin just to get rid of all those chins that we all don't want, as we all know. Then just finishing up the jawline contouring, and then going back in with my bronzer and bronzing up the rest of my cheekbones now that I've finished contouring. And then taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder and then trying to bake / carve out the line that I've put underneath my cheeks. Moving on to highlighter, I'm using the Makeup Forever, I forget that, I think it's Profusion highlighter, really pretty shade, just using some MAC Fix Plus on a Zoeva fluffy brush and just popping that all over the top of my cheekbones. I'm really in love with this color right now. It's such a nice like pearly shimmery shade, so just popping that all over my face. That all my powders are down, I'm just going in with this clear brow gel from Benefit just to set my brows down in place. Once I've done that, I'm just going in and dusting away any excess powder that I have left underneath my cheekbones where I put that Laura Mercier powder. And just going in with some finishing spray just to try and matte down any of the powders that I've got left sitting on my face. Moving back onto the rest of my eyes, I'm just taking a clean shading brush just to blend out where the sort of the shimmery shades creased onto my eyelid a little bit, and then moving on to the bottom lash line, I am just taking the orange shade and the plum shade from Makeup Geek underneath my eyes just to smoke it out and connect it to the top part of my lid just so that it looks a little bit more blended and works really smoothly together. So I just keep blending out both of those colours until I'm happy with the way that it looks, just nice and smoky with both orange and the red shade just connecting up to the upper lid. Just going back into my Z palette, picking up this white shade from Makeup Geek and popping that one underneath my brow bone. I'm still going to go in with a highlighter at the end, but I'm just doing this to clean up the look a little bit. Up just putting some of that Makeup Forever highlighter just in the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten them up a little bit. Just curling my lashes just with this cheap curler I got from Kmart. I really think curling your lashes makes a big difference to your eye look. Going in with my current favourite mascara on my top lashes. This is the Esteè Lauder, I think it's called Sumptuous. I can't say that word properly, but Sumptuous Extreme Lash or something. It's just got a really nice big wand. It's very nice and like a really dark black mascara. You know, sometimes they're not like black, but this one just separates really nicely, doesn't clump up my lashes, and it's lengthening for me, which is good. So I'm just going in with that mascara on my top lashes. Then on my bottom lashes, I'm just using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So for the lips, I ended up trying to use one of my Kylie Cosmetics True Brown K lipsticks, but it was just a complete hot mess. So I still wanted to include it because it just looks hilarious. Like when I sit back, you're just going to look, how embarrassing is this? It looks disgusting, but I still wanted to include it because it looked funny. Just peeling it all off and using Posy K, which still doesn't look that great on my lips with this eye look, but I just couldn't get any more of these liquid lipsticks off. So I just kept that one on for the rest of the video. And that is the end of the look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!